I was in the mood for hamburgers, but I didn't have buns. Didn't want to go to the store. I pulled up this recipe. It worked out just fine. Today we are making bacon cheeseburger bites. They're little, but they're mighty. They do the trick. Let's get everything out and let's put these together right now. I went to the freezer and pulled these out. Meatballs. There's 20 in this pack, so that's how many we're going to make. Well, of course, along with the meatballs, we needed some bacon, so I got a whole bunch of bacon that was still left out of the fridge, cut in half, of course. We're going to need some tomatoes for the top, some lettuce for the middle, some cheese slices, of course, because it's a bacon cheeseburger, and some toothpicks, just to hold everything together. First pan, parchment paper, and we're dumping out our meatballs. We're going to make sure they're all separated and get them into the oven as per the directions on the box. Now next up, we need to take care of our bacon because it is bacon cheeseburgers. So here's our bacon. We just put them all in strips. I always cut them in half. It just seems to be easier to handle. That's going to go in the oven too. The bacon's going to take about half the time of the meatballs. Lettuce, we had lettuce from last night. A little wilty, but you know what? It's still going to work for what we need it for. And we're going to cut those into pieces. Now here's our tomatoes. Just grape tomatoes. And we're going to take all those and cut them in half. Those are the caps for our bacon cheeseburger bites. Into a nice bowl, let's put them aside. Cheese. Now the same issue with the cheese. We don't need them the size of one. We're doing 20, so 5 slices equals 20 pieces. And there we go, nice little mini pieces of cheese. This is all coming together pretty quick. So here's our meatballs out of the oven. We'll set them aside. They've already cooled down. Bacon, the same thing. You don't think I was holding on to them without my oven mitts, did you? No, they've been sitting there about 15 minutes. Here they are in one pan for easy assembly and put together. There's one piece of bacon, just like that. Actually, I made a couple extra because I'm going to surely nibble on it while we're putting this together. Here's our lettuce, tomatoes, bacon and everything. Now we've taken the meatballs, we put the cheese on them and let them go back in the oven for about 3 minutes to kind of melty the cheese. So there you go. There's our setup. Now we've got to assemble them. So put a piece of bacon on, piece of lettuce on, and your tomato top. Of course, it took me a few to get the hang on which was the best way to do it. That looks pretty good though. The second one I tried with the lettuce first, then the bacon, then the tomato. And I did a few like that. And the toothpicks push right down to the bottom, so you can hold them up. After about the third one, I realized if I put the lettuce, bacon, and tomato together, and then just kind of stab them with the toothpick, there. Now it became easier to put it on the meatball. And there you go, easy peasy. Look at that. Now I just got to do all of them like that. Bang. And there's our last burger bite. I think we did pretty good. Onto a plate, and there's our bacon cheeseburger bites. Boy, you're not going to get much simpler than this. And it's a great snack too. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.